Hi, this is Kara from East to West Homeschool. So I'm in a new location tonight and I have a different camera tonight. So I was going to do a video on my kindergarten curriculum for this fall, but I'm going to flip the camera around and show you what has happened today. So I had started laying out the curriculum and then my 3-year-old decided to come in this room and this is what it looks like now. So I decided that I will do this video when the children are in bed, and I will see you guys in a little while. Kindergarten curriculum video for this next year. I'm super excited. This is actually my 4th kiddo to go into kindergarten. So I've done things a little differently over the years, and this year I'm actually going back to a curriculum that I used with my oldest child, and I did not use it for my other kids. So I'm super excited to share that I am going to be using my father's world this year for kindergarten. I do have the deluxe kit here, and so I'll show you the contents of that and then also kind of the add-on things that I personally choose to use but you would not have to use. And no, this video is not sponsored. This is all stuff that I have purchased or that I have already owned, and I'm just sharing because I'm sharing what I'm doing this year for my 4th kiddo. So my little girl is a very curious kid. I'm gonna actually flip the video, sorry about that. Okay. So my 4th kid is a very curious little girl, and she loves nature and she loves Jesus, and she is super smart. She is my kid who is my natural learner of all my kids. She just really desires to learn, and I know that she hates doing like tracing pages for kindergarten, and even though she hasn't even started, we have started a book where she's tracing. So these are some of the reasons why I chose to go back to God's creation from A to Z. And I'm also excited because the last time I used this, they had the older edition. So the new edition is the 2nd edition. This is the current one that they sell. And so I will show you what comes with it, and then I'll show you the other stuff we use. So God's creation from A to Z is what it's called. It's actually kind of a mix between classical and Charlotte Mason and unit study, which I actually love because I like different styles. And if you're just starting out as a kindergartner, don't get hung up on the styles. I guess that's one of my words of caution, because it doesn't really matter, and it might take time before you really realize what will work for you and your kids. This curriculum actually did not work for my oldest, and I might do a video on that too, but it will be a perfect fit for my 4th kid, and I'm so excited, and I can tell you why in a different video. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in that. Anyway, these are the student sheets. It comes with all kinds of student sheets. It's hard to show you how thick this is because I've already put them in the folders. I thought about taking them out for the video, but I thought, no, I'm not going to redo the work that I've already done. I sort the way that Kristi Clover taught me to sort, which is by week, and I'm already, partially set up for the year. The student sheets include some hands-on math as well as calendar stuff. It has letters and other language arts things, and then some sheets that go along with the theme. So that's kind of my gist of what is included in the student sheets. Now for math, like I mentioned, it's hands-on, but there are also other materials that they include, which is Cuisinart rods and the alphabet book. So I guess this could be considered math as well as language arts. Now here's some of the materials for science. God's Amazing World, From Apples to Zebras. Now I'm excited for this one because this is a newer one from when I used this before. And there are flashcards for part of the language arts right here. And this book actually goes along with them and further explains them, and I love that. We actually ended up losing quite a few of these, which I was bummed about. And I think this year when we're done using them in the curriculum, I'm going to hang them on my wall. That's how beautiful they are. So here's some more books that they include in their science. 7 Blind Mice, How to Hide a Butterfly, The Year at Maple Hill Farm, and What Really Happened to the Dinosaurs. Then they have a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Okay, for music. They have this Say Hello to Classical Music CD. And we've not actually gotten into classical music a whole lot, but this will be our first go around at it. My kindergartner will also be taking piano lessons from me. I used to teach piano professionally, and I will be using Music for Little Mozarts, which I didn't pull out, but anyway, she'll be doing this plus that. And the Color Kittens is for art. Now, I love when curriculums include, okay, I'm going to flip the camera again. Okay, I love when curriculums include books to help moms, like as training, and this is one that is for moms or dads, whoever's homeschooling, but it's called For the Children's Sake, Foundations of Education for Home and School. I have owned this since the last time I got this curriculum, but I have not read through the whole thing, and I'm excited to get into it. And I noticed that in the teacher's guide this year, it actually includes like reading certain chapters on certain weeks. So I think that will really help be accountability that I need to get through a parent teaching book. And then the other things are, it includes hands-on stuff like these texture letters from Lori. Yes, we're already missing a couple. Sorry about that. That's just real life in my house. And then the Amazing Animal Alphabet. Now it includes geography as well, which is kind of fun. How to make an apple pie and see the world. And here's the world. It even includes a little blow-up globe, which is kind of cool. Now, it also includes a lot of literature. You know, Living Books is a Charlotte Mason principle. Some of you might know that. So I'm just going to go through these. Frog and Toad, actually, it does not include all three of these. This is a treasury. Oops. But I did not rebuy this because I already had one of the books. Okay, now I can't even get to the one I want to get to. Anyway, it includes Frog and Toad Are Friends with the deluxe kit, but I also have these ones with the book that I own. Here are other literature options that come with the deluxe kit of My Father's World for Kindergarten, The Story of Ferdinand, Stone Soup, The Tortoise and the Hare, Swimmy, Tacky the Penguin, Little Jewel Bird, Fritz and the Beautiful Horses, The Tales of Peter Rabbit and Jemima Puddle Duck. And I love that this is on CD because I just think it'll be nice not to have to read it to the children aloud. Love You Forever, which we love this book, and we love Robert Munsch as an author in our house. Mouse and Mole, Fine Feathered Friends, The Bee Tree, Katie No Pocket, A Tree is Nice, Moon Bear's Shadow, Annie and the Snowball and the Cozy Nest, Little Bear, Make Way for Ducklings. So now these are all the things that are included in the deluxe kit. The nice thing about everything being included in the deluxe kit is that, one, I do not have to run to the library. I like the library, but especially in these coronavirus times, I don't want to have to run to the library. And I've noticed in years past that when I don't buy the books that I need, I will then sometimes skip them or not be able to get them. And I sometimes am terrible about returning things in a timely manner, so it's just better for me to own them. Now, everything that's included gives literature for every single unit, I guess you could call it, but week that they have. So it's really nice. It's a nice balance. I think the only week that it doesn't include is the last week, which I looked through, and it actually has everything you need in the guide for that. In the back of the teacher's guide, they also make suggestions for other things that go with the unit studies or the themes or the letters, whatever. And so these are ones that I've had in my personal kids book collection, and I did not have to go out and buy any of these. So you don't have to feel like you do either if you decide to go with this curriculum. But this is just what we have and what we're choosing to use. So Goodnight Moon, As an Oak Tree Grows, Are You My Mother? A House is a House for Me. If the Dinosaurs Came Back. Dinosaur Rumpus. Doobie Doobie Moo. If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. The Little Engine That Could, Put Me in the Zoo, Where Butterflies Grow, and Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. They have such great literature choices. I'm excited. I have not read through all of them myself, but the ones that I have read in these, I've really enjoyed, so I'm excited to get into those with my little kids. And now, extra books that I have decided to also include, in addition to the My Father's World, I like to do a little bit more for math. The hands-on math is great, but I do want a little bit more structure myself, just in how I like to teach. And I feel like my kindergarten will be ready for that, my kindergarten girl. So this book is on counting and skipping, called Count on Pablo, and I might pull out my old CC material to do some CC skip counting as well. Classical Conversations, if you're not familiar with that. Okay, Lifepac Math is my absolute favorite for kindergarten. I love Lifepac Math. It is a very traditional math curriculum, but the new versions are colorful and they're fun. The kids enjoy them for the most part. And it's very independent with just some listening activities included. And so I am still doing that with my kindergartner. She actually started the first student book this year, so I'm not sure where it ended up for this video, but she'll be finishing that and then doing the student book 2. It comes with the teacher's guide. And then we're doing Lifepac Language Arts as well. If I feel like My Father's World is enough for her and she is challenged enough, I might not do this one this year, but at this point I do plan on doing it. It's more worksheet type based. I bought this used, which is why there's a name. It's not my child's name. Anyway, so this is actually an older version, and the newer versions have better graphics and more color and stuff like that. But as far as content, I've noticed it's not too bad to use an old version, and for my sake, that's just what I had and what I'm using. So I'm excited to get into this again with her. I think she'll enjoy those on top of that. And my current going to be kindergartner is the child who kind of needs a challenge or she gets bored really easily. So I think this will be a perfect amount for her. And then I love Hooked on Phonics for kids learning to read. My older ones actually went all the way through 2nd grade in this. I did not always use the kindergarten because sometimes I just use the curriculum that I buy. So I may end up doing that and not using the kindergarten, but I also have 1st and 2nd grade for Hooked on Phonics that I could use. I also have some school supplies that I have not included in this, and I have some extra added books that I could use that go along with the theme that I again pulled out of my stash, teacher's guide. They recommend you can do that, pulling stuff out that relates to the theme. And so anyway, if you want me to do a video on those things or expand on anything in here, please just let me know. I am super excited to really spend more time with my 5-year-old, almost 6-year-old. And she is the kind of kid who I'm pretty sure her love language is quality time. So I'm excited to spend some quality time reading some really good literature for her age level and doing some hands-on stuff that I think will just really be up her alley. Also, in this guide, as far as science and stuff, it includes a lot of nature, where we'll be going out in nature and having outside time and stuff like that. That's really good for kids. So anyway, that is all I have to share for kindergarten for now. And let me know if you want to see anything more or if you'd like to see my supply list that I bought. This is what we're using for kindergarten this year. I hope you enjoy. And please subscribe and or click the bell for more notifications if you'd like to see more videos.